commentary booth shortly by FTC Galaxy, just to help me through these final hours. But let's get underway, shall we? Stint 9 of 12. Fingers crossed, everybody, that Forza does not kick me out in the first lap. Everyone better have their fingers crossed. Cross all your fingers and your toes. And your eyes. And your kneecaps. Cross everything. Play noughts and crosses on the wall. Use permanent marker. It's fine. We are underway. Timer is on. Let's get the game cameras. Let's keep the map off. Let's keep this on. Let's do distance gaps. And let's follow from the middle of the pack. Let's follow MRT Hammer. Single file. They put their foot to the floor as they hit the gantry, just to help minimise the carnage as they go through Eau Rouge up to Raidillon for the first time. This didn't. All nice and clean in front. Is it clean behind? It looks to be that way. MRT Hammer find themselves in a nice gap. Heading into Legumes. Oh, LMP Ranger. Unsure what happened there. Absolutely just did not brake for the corner. Kiki made a mistake as well. That allows MRT Hammer through to 5th. All clean so far. Loving Forza having the lights on. Very realistic. Not at all distracting. No change for position at the moment up front. Oh. Aha! Ew. No. We're having a restart. I was worried I was getting DC'd. It's okay. It's just a restart. Definitely a restart. Okay. So, attempt number 2 here. Sorry, I've had to drink quite a bit of energy drinks. Okay, let's get underway here for the second time. Hopefully now. Pretty much now. Yep. Let's hope this restart is as clean as the previous one. I'm unsure what happened the previous start to warrant a restart. Maybe a DC, maybe a crash, maybe some racing lines were balked. You never know. But to us, that's only really a multi-class. I haven't heard of that happening in a single class event. Get ready with the overlay, get ready with the timer. Once the spinning wheel grants us entry. Are we worthy? Yes, we are. Brilliant. Let's get the game cameras. Let's take away the map. Distance gaps. And let's go back once again to... Let's go to LMP Ranger in the Bentley. He is already overtaking. Heading now. Single file. Pedal to the metal when they hit the gantry. Once again to minimise the carnage as they head through Eau Rouge for the first time. Always have to do that. I'm just a big fan of the view. It looks all clean up ahead. It looks all clean up behind. Up behind. That's interesting terminology there. Bentley not the best at the top end. Ranger just dropping off a little bit, but Bunta Knight taking the fight to Kiki. Nice little fight brewing there, so let's go follow Bunta Knight. Let's bring up the map. And let's zoom in. See what the car's nice and close together at the moment. I don't see any car having fallen all the way to the back. So at the moment we are incident free. Look, I've been up all night, right? My English is escaping me as they are side by side behind LMP Ranger and MRT. I think that is Hammer, yep. So let's go to them. English is escaping me, but I'm trying my best. Bunta Knight pushing. I don't know who through that corner. I'm forgetting names. I'm forgetting cars. What are we driving again? Kiki. Hi, Kiki. Bunta pushing Kiki through that corner. Both of them following the car that Brett was in. Don't know who's driving it now. So far, still no one's really dropped all the way back off. There's a couple of cars here. C6 Matimus and OTR Phaser. Ross does an ACR Bionic. They're getting a little bit twitchy, but other than that, it's all fair. As we watch this battle up ahead, Bunta and Kiki going side by side into the bus stop chicane. Ranger hitting the back end. And who was that coming out of nowhere? Ellis Wolf absolutely diving in. Ranger going for a tactical early pit stop. Ellis Wolf getting a position from MRT Hammer out of absolutely nowhere. Let's go to Bunta Knight. Nah, let's go to Photo Finish, who is now having their attempt at overtaking MRT Hammer. Get off the grass, get off the grass! Don't know why Photo Finish goes so far to the left there. They are going side, but oh, well, Hammer backs out. Hammer backs out. Photo Finish gets the understeer. I thought they were about to go side by side there. I got very excited, but no, they were smart. They backed out. So let's go. Oh, hello, Hammer. Photo Finish braking very early there, it seems. Just giving the position back to Hammer, or maybe Hammer being like, hey, you cut Eau Rouge, you should lift off a bit there, mate. And Photo Finish just giving the position back. Oh, we do have... I know that's Ranger. Ranger pitted, of course. So Ellis Wolf ahead fighting Kiki. We do have a fight for first at the moment between Darda and TMS York. Give these guys a corner to do something interesting, then we're going back to these midfield cars. Okay, I'll give them 2 corners. That's not really a corner where much happens. Okay, yep, losing the back end. We're going back. Watching the action here between Wolf and Kiki. Wolf defending. Time for a little nap. You just do one stint, you take another nap. Anyway, see you later, Carito. Good luck to Hammer indeed. Hammer currently down in 7th place, but plenty of time to make that all up. As cars are just spreading out a little bit. No audacious attempt at dive bombs going into the bus stop chicane. Hours are behind, relatively clean. No, Galaxy, I'll invite you to a party. Give me 1 second. It's Photo Finish going side by side with MRT Hammer. Photo Finish going on the outside of La Source. Giving MRT Hammer a little bit of a squeeze there. That could have ended terribly. Forza does not like front wheel to rear quarter collisions. It likes to spin you around. Okay, let me very quickly... Oh yeah, that mutes game audio because of the way I put it up. Anyway. Right, let's go. Okay, just down this straight. Let's very quickly say hello to my friends list. And get Galaxy in here. So, fighting has calmed down a little bit. Let's go check the leaders. TMS York and AWR Darda. Bunta Knight behind. AWR Darda getting a good exit there out of Speaker's Corner, heading down into Puon. Double left-hander, very fun corner to take. AWR Darda does not really have to worry about Bunta Knight behind. They have a little bit of space, but not too much. If they want to get an overtake done, they have to do it quick, because Bunta Knight is closing in. It's behind Ellis Wolf, still fighting. Nope, they're now fighting Obvious. That's who was driving that car. No, not going side by side through Blanchimont, because that Merc has all the top end. Don't see anything happening in front of these guys. Nope, so that's fine. We can stick with these. Is Wolf trying to go on the outside, do an undercut? Yep, they're going for it, and they get it done. Very beautifully done there by Wolf. Very beautifully done indeed. Rangers off the pack, but that is a tactical early pit stop. Take themselves out of the fight, put themselves in clean air. Oh, and Forza is slowly... No, it's fixed itself. Right, let me just try and send another invite to Galaxy. No, because... Go for the overtake. Go on Obvious. Yep. Ellis Wolf does well to defend there. A little bit of a collision, but not too bad. Okay, now let's... Because I do have a party invite only, but it should be fine. Oh, let's go watch photo finish. Going for gaps. Ooh, photo finish likes to just go to the extremities of the track when making a move, gets past Kiki in the Envo. Will they be able to catch up to Obvious? AWR Darda still stuck behind TMS York. Looks like AWR Darda is going to have a hard time passing them. Let's go back to MRT Hammer, who is now fighting Kiki, with photo finish fighting Obvious ahead of them. BMW just having to lift off slightly there, so Kiki gaining the advantage. Going into the bus stop chicane, but Kiki breaks up. MRT Hammer unable to capitalise from that though. Kiki just did enough to stop the car, but loses the back end on exit. Manages to keep it together though. Obvious. Oh no, I was about to turn away, watch Obvious, but Bionic's coming up the outside here, sorry, of the source. That's Obvious and Photo Finish are fighting ahead. Kiki still ahead, Bionic now ahead of MRT Hammer. They head down hill towards Eau Rouge, swing up to Radion. This group of cars keeping it clean so far. Clean but fair. Clean but fair, hard but fair. That's what I was thinking of. Clean is fair. SCR Bionic trying to now get past Kiki. So we're going to have to zoom back in. AWR Darda still there on TMS York. Just right tucked in, right behind them. Does not seem to have enough pace for her to go for the overtake, or maybe just the opportunity hasn't presented itself yet. You see, AWR Darda just has to back off a little bit. It is allowing Bunta Knight to get closer and closer. So this might turn into a three-way battle for the lead. In fact, I think it's going to now. So let's follow from Bunta Knight's perspective. Very quickly. Okay, they restarted due to grid order. Okay. So this is the fight for P1 in the lobby between TMS York, AWR Darda and Bunta Knight. Let's go up Rouge, get to Radion. With blinds from all of them, but AWR Darda a bit slow. Opportunity here. Had to back off, I think AWR Darda cut. Had to back off, let Bunta Knight through. Here's a chance of this becoming a four-way fight as well, but they need to not allow TMS York to run away with it. If these guys fight too much, TMS York will do just that, and LS Wolf is closing in. So at the very least, if TMS York does run away, it will be a three-way battle for second place. When LS Wolf gets closer, we will flick to LS Wolf's perspective, but for now we'll stay here. Let's have a flick through. Yeah, there's a lot of fighting happening over here. Let's have a quick look at this midfield. 4 cars here in a row. ACR, Bionic, MRT, Hammer, Kiki and NWR Zero fighting for 6th place. No, 7th, I think. Yeah, 7th. Not 6th, that was a lie. NWR Zero here going side by side with Kiki. As they go to Blanchimont. Oh, I thought NWR Zero was going to back out there. It looked like they were trying to, but they end up actually just getting the overtake done around the outside. ACR Bionic and MRT Hammer go side by side into the bus stop chicane. ACR Bionic managing to stay ahead, NWR Zero managing to stay ahead of Kiki. And there was a pit stop behind of Rostad's. Let's go back up to this front field battle. Tell you what, I have energy now. I was yawning earlier, but it's just a barrier. You fight through it and then your brain's like, fine, you can stay up at night. AWR Darda, yeah, it would have been hard to go for a move there. But Bunta Knight looked to go a little deep. Managing to keep it together. TMS York isn't running away, and that is good news for these guys. If they can sort out their squabbling and focus on their lap times, they should be able to catch right back up to York. TMS York really needs to put in the good lap times now that they are not under pressure. Because as soon as that pressure comes, your lap time drops, you're prone to mistakes. So, okay, let's quickly go back here. This is now OTR Phaser, Kiki and NWR Zero. A lot of cars getting involved in a lot of different battles here today. Rostad's and CCX Matimus at the back of the grid, NMB Ranger quite a bit ahead of him. That's what after one pit stop. Kiki trying to have a look at the inside of NWR Zero. It looks like NWR Zero is going to be ahead vote. So go through here, let's go back up to this. Yeah, see now this is turning into a four-way battle for the lead. So I will flip between these as much as I can, but for now I'm just going to keep this like this. Let these guys go for the bus stop chicane and flick back to 11th place to see how they get through it. On the brakes there, Wolf running a little deep, possibly going for an overtake. Ooh! They tried to make that work. It didn't. Bunta Knight went wide, almost into the tie. Well, that allows Darda up to second, and it looks like Wolf is going to be able to get Bunta Knight for third. Possibly. No, they will be side by side going into the source. Bunta Knight breaks a little bit earlier. Wolf going around the outside. Bunta Knight gives the squeeze, but also a little bit of a squeeze, but gives the space. I know I was going to say I'll click back, but never mind. Let's just stick with these guys for now. See if Wolf can get past Bunta as they go to a Rouge. Up the hill. Oh, Wolf just lost it back in there a little bit. Must be very scary when that happens. Tonight, possibly looking for the chance to overtake that and have a little lock up. Photo finishes behind in 5th. These guys have settled down, I think. Gap probably formed going up at Rouge, realised they couldn't do it so close together. But we're going to continue to stick with this top 4 battle. TMS York is now building a gap. Slowly, but the gap is building. There's a few groups of battling here. There's this 3-way battle for second, which could turn into a 4-way battle for first, and then we have Finish chilling out in 5th place. But then we have SWR Obvious, ACR Bionic, and MRT Hammer fighting for 6th, and behind them fighting for 9th, NWR Zero, Kiki, and OTR Phaser. Let's go check these guys out. What's happening here? ACR Bionic right on the back end of Obvious, but Obvious is in that Merc. We have very good top end. So it should be safe from overtaking there. So let's go back to the front route. Wolf getting a good run through Blanchimont, it seems. Gaining slightly on Bunta Knight. Places a car at the inside, but is not able to make an impression. It would have been very impressive if they did, to be honest. They were that far back. And behind, I think there might be drama. Side by side through the bus stop. Bionic trying to get ahead of Obvious, but instead have made themselves vulnerable to MRT Hammer. We might have a look around the outside. No, Obvious is going to send Bionic up the inside of the source. Hope Bionic goes deep. Bionic doesn't. Will send Obvious around the outside, and Obvious defending from MRT Hammer maybe. He's just given the position to Bionic. These guys made it all clean up Rouge through Radion. That's good. These guys are very close. I'm sorry to turn away, but... okay, let's go back. Let's go back. We'll come back to that. It's fine. Wolf unable to get the overtake done anyway. And yeah, that Merc of SWR Obvious helping them pull ahead from ACR Bionic there. If they keep fighting, this will turn into a very juicy battle here for 6th place. There was a fight at the back of those that have done the early pit stops. Just trying to look for a place to get past Bunta Knight. That's not really the corner to do it. You really just want to follow the other car through, focus on the exit, just like that. Bunta Knight losing the car from underneath them. Wolf able to focus on the exit. Let some gain speed all the way down here into Blanchimont. Jaguar seems a little bit stronger through that fast left-hander. Tonight locking up a little bit there, shouldn't affect them too much though. And what I'm loving right now is that none of these guys are pitting as Bunta Knight goes wide on the exit of the bus stop chicane, and that allows Wolf to get up into 3rd place, but only temporarily. We will see what happens as they head into the source. Bunta Knight has the Indus inside, and as Wolf gives the space, very beautifully done, you two. And downhill they head. Go on. Do it. You know you want to. Give it to us. They are. No, they're not. Bunta Knight slightly backs out. A little bit of a lift, maybe. Wolf sticks their foot to it and gets up ahead of Bunta Knight. Great bravery from the both of them. Nice little game of chicken there. Wolf came out the winner. Ellis Wolf driving for E-Motorsports. I believe they have a stream that's going on for all 24 hours. Definitely go check them out. Their stream is a team view, so they'll be focusing on their 2 cars. One of which is ahead of Bunta Knight right now in 3rd place in B lobby. AWR Darda chasing down Team S York. Team S York doesn't really have too big a gap, but is currently safe. Photo finish. Yep, still has quite a bit of a gap to close to get involved in that fight. So let's have a look what's happening behind. Yeah, this little queue of cars hopefully will close up eventually. Become a nice, tasty little battle. Tonight just has to recompose themselves. It was well hard fought between them and Wolf. Just need to recompose, get the lap time back up and close that gap. Just pressure Wolf into a mistake. As Matamus and Rostuds, keep calling them Rostuds, fighting at the back. They're only at the back for now because they did the pit stops early, so we'll see where they come out when everyone else does their pit stops. Field just starting to spread out a little bit here. Anyone going into the pits? Nope. ACR Bionic heads into the pits. Does make it in without hitting the tyre wall. Good job. And that releases MRT Hammer. When ACR Bionic gets moving, see where they come out of the pits. Quite a few gaps forming now. ACR Bionic now exiting the pits. Will they be ahead of SWR Obvious? Looks like SWR Obvious will just get them. Very close though. Oh, SWR Obvious giving the squeeze. And as we head on to the Kimmel Straight, that Merc will have the advantage. Good line though by Bionic. On cold tyres, keeps it nice and clean. But yeah, you can see that Merc now just pull away. So we'll give it a few corners for Bionic to catch back up. Everywhere the Bentley is stronger. Yeah. And Bunta Knight just dropping off the back of Wolf a little bit. Matamus and Rostad still close together. Enemy Ranger currently all on their lonesome. Let's watch Kiki. Okay, it'll just be me actually, because there's some issues, so... keep losing the back end there a little bit, but keeps it together. Let's have a flick through. Oof, it's closing in quite a bit on AWR Darda. Darda does not seem to be closing down on York. Bionic still chasing down Obvious. Let's go to Ellis Wolf. Going to the bus stop chicane now. Wolf not really close enough to go for a move. Any of them going to the pits? No, they keep going. Wolf hunting down AWR Darda. There is still some close battling further down the field. Oh, yawning isn't good. there's close battle between Matimus, and Rostuds. We have some more pits from Zero and Kiki. Let's go here quickly, watch these guys. Radion, any mistakes? No, all good by both of them. Oh, and that something has happened there. Luckily not too far to go. If they have damage, yeah, not too far to go for Rostuds, but that is very unfortunate. Unsure what happened there. Possibly too wide through Blanchimont, collision. Sending Rostuds out wide into the wall, perhaps. That's the only thing I can guess. MWR0 comes out behind Obvious and Bionic. Kiki comes out ahead of Phaser. And this Wolf now very close to AWR Darda. Going through Bjorn towards Fanges. Fanges. Nice set of corners this section. Both Darda and Wolf in a McLaren. So just skill and tuning differences, or mistakes like that, that will cost Darda speed all the way down this straight. It allows Ellis Wolf to take the inside, assert dominance over the upcoming left-hander, and Wolf is ahead, but goes wide. Is Darda going to go for an overtake? No. They sit behind. You can see Bunta Knight behind, and Darda goes into the pits. As does Bunta Knight. Photo finish does not. So we have a look back at SWR Obvious has been passed by ACR Bionic, but we have a long straight here going up to Blanchimont. You can see how much the Merc is gaining. Loses the back end a little bit, but keeps it together. Are they close enough to go for a dive bomb? Not really, but they almost do it. They almost do it anyway. Managed to get the car stopped in time, not slap the back end of Bionic. As who's that up ahead going? What looked like side by side, it's Bunta Knight, and Bunta Knight has gone ahead of Darda coming out of the pits. Oof. That is spicy indeed. That is not good for Darda. But it looks like they will be able to get the position back. Bunta Knight gaining a lot of time there in the pits, maybe. or Bunta Knight making an... not Bunta Knight, sorry, Darda making a mistake coming out of the pits. But Darda getting a very good exit there. Bunta Knight blocks off and then lifts, so presumably there was some kind of agreement there to give the position back for whatever reason. Maybe we missed a cut of Radion. So now Bunta Knight has to do it the hard way. To go through the right-hander, turns into the left-hander, watch for the gravel on the exit. Now these two right-handers, you need to really watch this gravel on the outside, especially as you come onto the back straight. There's a little corner there that can really suck you in. Both avoid it. Let's see how the Jaguar is on a straight compared to the McLaren. Go through Bonchemont, no lifting by Bunta. Flat out through there. Are they going to go for it? It looks like they are. They go for a dive up the inside, but they're going to go very, very deep. They're going to have to take to the escape. And they are 100% going to have to give that position back. And they do. A good attempt, a good idea by Bunta. Unfortunately, just went too deep, unable to make a stick. LS Wolf is now right on the back of York. That's, yeah, whatever happened between Darda and Bunta, which are these two, not Ranger and Darda, has allowed Wolf to really close in on York. So we will go there in a second. There's a big cut by Bunta. So Bunta's going to have to lift, give that time back. So let's go watch Wolf. This is the fight for provisional first between Wolf and York. Wolf doing a much better line through than York. York just letting the car escape from underneath them. Not seeming to have any confidence in that Mercedes. As Wolf looks to go around the outside of Speaker's corner to go for the undercut. They're going for the undercut. Hope to send York wide, defending it empty air, but York doesn't. And York touches that gravel I was talking about earlier, and that gives Wolf provisional first. So now, so Wolf now has provisional first place. Very good drive by Wolf to get up to that point and then just pressure York into making the mistake, which they do. No need to go for an audacious overtake. Stuck behind at Bunta Knight and AWR Darda still fighting it out. And yet that is it, they are now up into first place. That is not who I wanted to follow. Now the source. Now the Mercedes is strong through this first sector. 10 miles an hour faster than the next fastest car, I believe. Down the straights. So let's see if that is enough to close this gap, to give York the opportunity to go for the overtake, but Wolf seemed to get a very good line through a Rouge and Radion, managed to maintain the speed, and yeah, Mercedes is not going to be able to get close. It's not going to be able to get close enough. Occasionally I just need to like sing it. Let's have a look back through the field. We have battle here for 7th place between MRT Hammer and ACR Bionic. That and the battle for the lead is it at the moment. Well, Bunta Knight still chasing down Darda. Ranger's in third, but I believe Ranger hasn't pitted yet. Hello, Rayman Noodles. Rayman Noodles? Rayman Noodles. It's our Bionic doing the defending right now. Fat Bentley for the win, 100%. We'll keep this lead group on the map so we can keep an eye for any developments there so we can quickly flick over if needed. Our Bionic just able to do enough to just maintain the gap. That's what it's really needed in this moment, it seems, as the leaders are going through the bus stop chicane. MRT Hammer closing in quite a bit through that bus stop chicane. At the moment, Bionic still has it. Nice lines from both the drivers there. Bunta Knight is closed in on Darda a little bit. York, Wolf, sorry, building a gap to York. Keep an eye on its gap between Bunta and Darda. In that moment, just watching cars, following other cars. I'll try and get to full escape. No. Bionic not taking the best line there. That'll Paul Freres. Or however you pronounce it. Heading towards position 1 now. MRT Hammer is considerably closer as they were last lap. Oh, took a bit of a wrong line there, had to lift off. Bionic took an even worse line though, had to lift off. And has had to lift off so much because they touched the grass. They've given the position to MRT Hammer. But Bionic trying to get that position back, goes for the undercut. We go side by side as they cross the start-finish line. Wouldn't that be a wonderful story if it was a lap race? Bionic running outside of the source. MRT Hammer gives a little bit of a squeeze, but gives the space. Bionic is still there, and Bionic has the traction out of the corner. It looks like there will be a head going into Eau Rouge. Yep, that will indeed be the case. Bionic has to turn a bit too much. As I say, that MRT Hammer just understeer, so we'll have to lift off a little bit. Talking up Bentley is disgusting. Yeah. And tonight, kind of closing in on Darda, but not incredibly. You're struggling to get that gap down to Wolf. MRT Hammer still trying to get past Bionic. Nothing's changed there. Oh, what's happening here? SWR Obvious and NWR Zero fighting. NWR Zero on the grass. Loses the grip. And that allows us our SWR obvious through, despite going running outside, which is typically a hard place to get an overtake done, but AWR 0 went too far on the inside, went onto the grass, made it quite easy for obvious in the end. Let's go through B1 here. Very quickly. So I'm gonna... quite a few cars, yes, quite a few cars close together, but not really an overtaking space, I think is what I'm looking for at the moment. See if anything spicy happens as they go for a rouge up Radion. That's a clean, that's clean. Just looking for any stopped dots. Any dots wildly off the white line? Nope, they all go through it fairly well. Willis Wolf still in the lead. Ranger, I think, still needs to pit. I might be wrong. Might be full position. So if they close in more on York, we'll keep an eye on that. And AWR 0 trying to get that position back from obvious, almost ends up taking themselves out wide into the gravel. Keeps it on the green though. Yeah, I got the clip of the Mercedes, I can't remember who was driving that. Brett, I think it was. Going up a rouge and then you two like hitting photo, but no big crashes today. There's no big crashes in this stint so far. You just see, I don't know what happened to Ross Dodds. He might have. No, sorry, there was. Yeah, no, there was. Not a massive crash, but I think Ross Dodds and Matimus collided going through Blanchimont. Ross Dodds being sent wide into the tyre wall, as that is, yeah, Ranger now pitting. As MRT Hammer ahead has closed in on Bionic quite considerably. We'll see where NB Ranger comes out in regards to these guys. I hope NB Ranger will be behind. Everyone's going to pit now apart from Matimus, it looks like. Okay, one close up ahead. Throw on this little group here. Oh yeah, it's not Photo's fault, but like, yeah, you don't have the grip to suddenly avoid that. When I go to the outside map, it makes this group look a lot closer than it. Actually, I say that, Bunta Knight has gone quite close. Let's watch these guys then. starting to feel fatigued. So still chasing down obvious. Just chasing down Ironic. He was MRT Hammer, I believe MRT Hammer did, didn't they? Yeah. Mark 12. So come up behind. No, Matimus hasn't pitted yet. Ranger and Kiki pitted. Obvious going a bit wide there. Yeah, see, these guys are close together, but Bunta has been unable to go for an overtake. Wolf just building the gap on TMS York. AWR 0 desperately trying to find a way around the Mercedes of SWR obvious. Bunta Knight very close there. I wonder what happened to Darda there. Did not take a good line. And that allows Bunta Knight through. Demotes Darda to 4th. Bunta Knight now in 3rd. NWR 0 and Obvious behind. Very close together, but Obvious will have the straight line speed advantage in that Mercedes. Darda having a look. Able to carry speed, trying to carry speed on the outside of Bunta, but unable to do it actually. Has to fall in behind. AWR is still trying to chase down SWR Obvious. Have about 51 minutes to go. And with that said, I am going to go on a snack break, and by that I mean just going to try and wake myself up. So I will be with you shortly. I'll leave you watching Darda try to chase down Bunta Knight. And I'll be back momentarily. Alright, I'm back. Let me know if I've missed anything by the looks of it. Bunta Knight has pitted, as has NWR 0. So that is their second pit stop, I believe. Oh, HCR Bionic still fighting with MRT Hammer. Love to see fighting that just keeps on going and never ends. Apologies, very burpy. HCR Bionic sticking it around the outside of MRT Hammer and making it stick, and it's always nice to see an outside move work. He'll be going 1 by 1 through a Rouge Up Radion. Look at the giggly rear end of that Bentley. Look at its smiley butt. It's so cute! But MRT Hammer isn't worried about that. They're just worried about the position, which they are unable to make an impression on that time round. Wolf is running away with this. Wolf is putting one hell of a drive in. If they win this stint, they will have wholeheartedly deserved it. Photo finish is closing in on Darda a bit, so Darda needs to worry about that as well. MRT and Bionic pretty much the closest on track, other than Photo and Darda, so we'll go over to Photo in a little bit. If you're enjoying the stream, it'd mean a lot if you'd leave a follow. 2 followers away from 100. It'd be nice to hit a 3-digit number of followers as I start off my streaming journey. If you want to know the other streamers that are streaming Tora 24, just put an ! stream. Thank you for the follow, MC Outlaw. Begging works. Pandering works. Put an ! stream and all the links will appear. I can tell I'm tired because I was going to say something and it literally ran away from my brain, so... Oh well. I'll remember it later. Something to do with plugging. I was going to plug something, I just can't remember what. AWR Obvious chasing down NWR 0, and obviously MRT Hammer chasing down Bionic after Bionic got the position from them the previous lap. Bunta Knight chasing down Ranger, but Ranger's an alternate pit stop strategy. Thank you for redeeming the hydrate. I'll do that in a second. In terms of the channel points, feel free to bank them. You do not need to redeem them, as I have a bunch of channel point rewards turned off for this stream that I normally have on because they don't make sense for this stream, or the jump scare alerts, which are only for my spooky streams because I don't like horror games. So I make myself play horror games because my suffering is entertainment. So yeah, make sure let's just bank your channel points for now, and if you join into one of my personal streams where I'm streaming some racing on the 360 at the moment doing Forza Motorsport 2, or if I'm playing a scary game, they'll be put to better use then. What am I looking for? Photo Finish and Darda. Let's go to them, because Photo Finish is closing in relatively well. Wolf is leading. Wolf is indeed leading. Wolf did some good overtakes, managed to get ahead of TMS York, and then has just been building and building and building the gap. Has been putting in one hell of a drive. So I'll just reject those hydrates just to give you back the points, but don't worry, I will drink water. I've had 3 energy drinks, I should definitely drink water. Yep, so Wolf is out in the lead. A very well-deserved lead indeed. We have the same old people chasing. Same old people, not much changing at the moment. AWR Darda's the furthest back due to an incident going through Blanchimont. Hit the tyre wall on the outside, got damage. Unsure how they hit it. Might have been collision with another car, might have been an accident. That was unprovoked. Don't know, didn't catch it on stream. So I'm just waiting, hoping for photo finish to gain the AWR Darda here. Give us some battles before the pit cycle's complete. We have 40 minutes to go. The timer on the bottom left of the screen is the time left in the stint for these guys to go racing. It is fairly accurate, should be accurate within a few seconds. As I click it as soon as I load in. So, oh, photo touching the gravel there, but gets away with it. Skimmed the gravel really. So, at least on our end, because obviously spectators are a tad delayed anyway. AWR Darda going into the pits, taking us to possible fight between them and photo finish. Ugh, dreadful. And Wolf has gone into the pits as well, so let's see where they come out. Oh, I'll see where they come out. They'll come out in the lead. As this is AWR Darda's a lap behind coming out of the pits against Team S York, who's currently in provisional second. I was kind of hoping for some cheeky backmark and malarkey, but well, that wasn't clear. Always rooms to fun. And Wolf has been, unless that's just Forza being, yeah, it's just Forza being Forza. Wolf exits the pit in nice clean air, not fighting anyone. And I imagine when York and Photo Finish go for their pit stops, that will put Wolf back into the lead. As Bunta Knight and LMP Ranger, is it? No, it's Bunta Knight passing AWR Darda. The pit stop strategy working for Bunta Knight there. The undercut working to fruition. Let's Bunta Knight get ahead of AWR Darda. AWR Darda struggling with those cold tyres. Understeers through Radion and cuts it a little bit. Bunta Knight quite clearly ahead, so very good strategy by them. That's a lapped car, don't get excited. Let's watch not NWR obvious, it's SWR obvious. See how much that Merc is able to pull on the BMW of NWR0. Not much, to be honest. The Merc is strong, but not strong enough. The rear end of SWR obvious looking a little bit poorly. I wonder who's been abusing you, obvious. Who's been abusing your poor little booty? Have MRT Hammer still chasing down Bionic. We have Darda again now chasing Bunta Knight after Bunta Knight passing after pit stops. Enemy Ranger is an alternate strategy, so is not actually fourth at the moment. We have a Team S York and Photo Finish to pit as well. Help promote LS Wolf to the lead. Yeah, I think sticking with MRT Hammer is the best shot right now. That's not MRT Hammer, that's MRT Hammer. MRT Hammer getting a good drive out here towards, yes, out there towards Blanchimont, but has to back off a little bit. Brakes actually. MRT Hammer brakes going through Blanchimont. Is MRT Hammer happy to sit behind Bionic? Breaking news. Racing driver happy to sit behind the car in front? What blasphemy is this? To be fair, probably just braking because it's not really place to go for an overtake. As who's that close behind? That is Obvious and Zero. So let's watch Obvious, see if they are gaining. If they're able to gain through. And let's change the music. SWR, I keep saying NWR, obvious. Not really gaining there. MRT Hammer seemingly getting a little bit squirrely through there. Yeah, losing a bit of time there to Bionic. ACR Bionic will be happy to know, not kawaii music. Okay, there you go. AWR Darda still trying to chase down Bunta Knight, but it doesn't seem like it's going to be happening anytime soon. Unless there was a mistake from Bunta. MRT Hammer has just dropped off Bionic a little bit there. OTR Phaser and Kiki. Two Porsches in the lobby having a little fight towards the back of the field. That is York into the pits, so that is Wolf up in second. Now just photo finish to go. And where does York come out? York comes out in relatively clean air. NMP Ranger behind, but still needs to pit again. Has a good gap to Bunta Knight. Going through the source. It's all fairly sensible at the moment. Nothing crazy happening. This stint has been very clean racing so far. And it's been a lot of patient and sensible battling, it seems. Only the one incident to speak of so far, which sees Ross Studs all the way at the back. NMP Ranger's right there on TMS York, so I mean, if NMP Ranger has the pace, we might see them come into this at the end of the stint. Just watch these two. Oh, Phaser almost getting on the gravel there, really, but doesn't suck him in. Suck them in, sorry. Phaser just losing that Porsche from underneath them. Started drifting towards the tyre wall. I thought they were just going to give up and let it hit it, but nope, they keep it out the tyre wall. But that doesn't mean that they've dropped off the back of the other Porsche. Still waiting for Obvious to catch up to NWR 0. Hammer possibly gaining on Bionic, not by much. Yeah, definitely closer than they were earlier after that mistake. As NMP Ranger into the pits, let's see where they come out. That's not NMP Ranger, that's Photo Finish. Hello, Photo Finish. Photo Finish coming out side by side of Bunta Knight. Bunta Knight will get the position here. Photo Finish will have cold tyres, so it has to take it careful. They go a bit wide there. Yeah, and they have to lift a little bit. Ooh, they always get very close to that tyre wall on the outside. They take their time to get back onto the track, and it freaks me out. Photo Finish finds themselves behind Bunta Knight, but ahead of AWR Darda. So NMP Ranger didn't pit. No, NMP Ranger hasn't pitted yet. Yeah, anyway. Just don't ever believe Forza lies. Seems Obvious just doesn't have the pace on zero to make. They're making a slight impression, but really I think it's just going to need a mistake from zero, or just a few messy corners that they lose focus, the fatigue sets in. Got half an hour to go though. This is the gap Wolf has to TMS York. Nice and sizable. Well, I was critiquing, well not really critiquing, but I was saying I don't think Obvious has the pace. But they're quite a bit closer now. And as they head towards the straight, oh my god, English, it escapes me. As they head towards the straight that leads on to Blanchimont, Obvious is a little bit closer than normal, but they dropped off a little bit on those last two corners, unfortunately. Let's go up to 5th place, see what's happening here. Photo finish, still trying to gain on Bunta Knight, locks up and hits the back end. That's not going to help their cause at all. What about MRT Hammer and ACR Bionic? MRT Hammer is right back on Bionic. What about Obvious and Zero? Obvious still just trying to close that gap. Let's go over here. Let's see what Finish is doing. He's cutting already on. That's fine. What about Ranger? Yeah, they're hanging on to York. It's really easy to go fast track limits for a Rouge Wagon with how much you're pushing these cars. MRT Hammer gaining as they head towards Lacoons, but not close enough to go for a move, so still just trying to whittle away the feet between them. Not literal feet, fortunately. Hammer isn't taking a hammer to actual people's feet. That might be a hammer. Chisel, it'd be a chisel. Photo finish looks like they could get Bunta Knight's position if they stop cutting Radion and having to lift. So that's the main target for photo finish now. Next lap. Don't cut Radion, so you don't have to. Oh, never mind. Photo's gone onto the gravel. Won't cost him too much, especially as Bunta loses the back end there and drifts through the corner. Nice little bit of smoke for us. As you see, the field is nice and spread out, just like drivers here and there in their own little battles. Photo finish locks up. Photo finish has a real tendency to lock up when they initially go on the brakes, but it works out for them. But Bunta Knight is going into the pits anyway, but photo finish would have got that position, it looks like. Bunta Knight goes into the pits, denies us any kind of battle. What's Ranger doing? How's Ranger doing? Let's check. Damage. Check for fuel, yeah. So I think, yeah, Ranger's going long. So York is on 2 pit stops, Ranger's on 1. So it's not really full position as York loses the car at the top of the hill but keeps it together. That was scary. That could have ended up terribly. A bit of a sim twitch there, but keeps out of the walls. That would have 100% solidified Wolf's win if TMS York was to crash there. And I think we are seeing some pit stops behind. Yep, Bionic and Hammer. Okay, let's watch them because they are close. So I want to see where they are. Oh, hello, Forza. How is this going to work? Oh, that was... I don't know how that looked for them. That crossing the pit exit cannot be blamed on them if that's what actually happened on their end. Because that was absolutely messy inside each other coming out the pits. Oh, Forza, you wonderful game. Bionic not taking a good line for a Rouge. The cold tyres catching them by surprise, maybe. But they're able to do it well enough. Now MRT Hammer. Are they going to gain down the straights? Nowhere near enough to go for a move. I think it's back to typical running with these two. MRT Hammer just following Bionic, just waiting for a mistake. it looked to be very spicy there for a second, coming out of the pits. As, Phaser and Kiki. Kiki trying to get... I think Phaser has passed Kiki at some point. Phaser locking up there massively. Seems to be... Oh, no, that's not good. Let's go check SWR obvious. Still chasing down NWR 0. No, I think Bunta Knight didn't mention it, didn't they? Or did they? Yeah, they must have. Yeah, they just pitted. That's fine. I'll go one direction. That's what I wanted. NP Ranger has now pitted, I imagine. Well, I think they're moving now, so let's see where they come out. Will they come out ahead of Bunta Knight? NP Ranger exits the pits, and Bunta Knight hasn't gotten through the source. That is very good for NP Ranger. But I do actually know, because I think Bunta Knight's already done their third pit stop, and I think NP Ranger still needs to do theirs, actually. But NP Rangers had the pace, they were able to hang with TMS York, who's currently in second place. So the pace is good. Yeah, we just have a lot of the same cars, all stint, chasing the other same car, all stint. We do still have all 14 drivers though, so that's very good to see. Kiki just still stuck behind Phaser. SWR obvious and NWR 0. Probably the closest on track at the moment, so let's stick with these guys. Obvious getting a very good exit there compared to 0 out of Speaker's corner, but not close enough to go through move through P1. Follows 0 through. This right-left isn't really a place to go for an overtake, but you sometimes see it. Obvious, we'll just tuck in behind, follow through. Oh, have to dab on the brakes there so as not to cause a collision. That will slow them down a little bit. They go through campus here. And then two pull flares. Will any of them touch the gravel on the left-hand side? Nope, they both avoid it, but NWR 0, very sketchy coming out that corner. Scrubbed off a lot of speed. And this gives Obvious the chance they were looking for. Both going wide in the exit launch one there. And SWR Obvious keeps the position. Very good move there by Obvious. Well, a mistake really by 0 given Obvious the position, but good work by them to keep it. Was TMS York going really slow there, or was that just my eyeballs? I think that might just be my eyeballs. Yeah, they're fine. It doesn't look like they're going incredibly slow on the map for some reason. Back to these two then. NWR 0 now chasing Obvious. That Mercedes will probably pull away a little bit here. Anyone else? Anyone else want to give us some drama? MRT Hammer still chasing down Bionic, but not really close enough to do anything at the moment, so let's just do this fine here. These drivers running out of time. These like groups of drivers that have been fighting each other the entire time, running out of time to make an impression. We've got 20 minutes to go. Those 20 minutes will go faster than you think. Zero just something gravel there that would slow them down a little bit. Thank you for the follow Roadies games. And that gets me to 100 followers. Thank you guys. Yeah, that's nice. It's nice to hit that. That's very nice. I don't have anything planned for that, but it's just a nice goal to set myself. So now we're in the 3 digits and hopefully we can stay there as long as possible. Hello Roadies, how's it going? As obvious, and that was now what was Zero doing? Yep, good job Zero. I hope Zero's yelling at party chat right now. Don't go into the pit lane! Don't come into the pit lane! Oh, great job NW. I don't know why Zero was turning in so early there, but that has given obvious the win there in their little battle. It's very unfortunate for Zero, but it's a very silly mistake to make. NWR Zero comes out behind. Yeah, NWR Zero comes out behind a lot of people. Comes out behind CCX Matimus. So that hitting the pit entry tire wall has cost them a lot of time and a lot of distance. Because that's one thing to remember, this event is all about total distance. You want to maximise your distance in a race. Nope. There you go. I thought they would have turned into the other tyre wall there. So that is going to cost them on this stint. They find themselves in 13th at the moment. That has kind of taken away the one battle we were watching, to be honest. So with MRT Hammer trying to chase down Bionic, so he'll be kicking themselves out. Yeah. They just seemed to they were clearly taking like a very, what's the word I'm looking for? Like early line, if that makes sense. Which is they were turning in way too early the entire time. But yeah, MRT Hammer trying to chase down Bionic, but it looks like Bionic will have this. AWR Darda chasing down Photo Finish. Back end that McLaren, very sketchy for Illusion Radion. But Photo Finish looks like they should. Looks like they will, at the moment, they are doing enough to stay ahead. Let's keep an eye on NWR 0. See how they make their way back through the field. Other than that, that's really it. Again, occasionally just check MRT Hammer. Hey, are you close to Bionic? No, not really. Alright, back we go. So Ellsworth is now in 4th, but that's because pit stops. Oof, very close to... Was that close, or was that just my eyes? I don't know. Yeah, I believe York, Photo Finish, and Darda all need to pit still, so that should give Wolf the lead. Wolf's been in the lead by quite a bit the entire time, so... I say the entire time, they did a lot of work to get into that position and then started to run away. It's been a very good race for them. They should be very happy with their performance. You know, NWR 0 there? You guys doing anything fun? At the moment, it looks like... Oh, that's not what I want to be going. It looks like Vostars will manage to stay on the lead lap, which, after their incident, are getting damage, losing a bunch of time, that is a good achievement for them. That is all they can hope for, to stay on the lead lap. Maximise damage, no, not maximise damage, maximise distance, minimise damage. Because, yeah, they might lose the lead lap to York in a moment, but York does have to pit again, so... NWR 0 does not seem to have gained much momentum there, unfortunately. It doesn't look like they're making much of an impact, which is a shame. Iki still trying to close back up to Phaser so they can have another attempt at overtaking. Nah, honestly, Zero, what you've done there is you've left poor SWR obvious, or you'll never notice them. You were giving them a nice little battle, making their lives interesting, and now you've just left them in no man's land. AWR Darda close to finish now? Well, kind of. We'll keep an eye on that. Again, still keep an eye on MRT Hammer and Bionic. MRT Hammer a little bit closer. Good morning, Hubert. I am so tired. Ah. That's my internal scream. Externalizing it. It's annoying because like, I was going to be all energetic and stuff. And then, yes, that's some pit stops happening now. So yep, York's in the pits. Is that AWR Darda not pitting? Yes, it's AWR Darda not pitting. But as you can see, Wolf now. Thank you very much. Take that back. Now all we have to think about is AWR Darda. We'll presumably be pitting soon, 5 minutes ago. Sleep is nice. Yeah. I'm not going to get anywhere. Because the issue is if I go to sleep after streaming, then I'm not going to be able to sleep overnight, and I've just messed up my sleep schedule. So I have to like force myself to stay awake until like 8, 9 o'clock. So... Oh yeah, because I want to be on energetic and stuff, and then I was, but then my fiance messaged me like, hey, shut up. Because obviously she's trying to get to sleep, so I had to go all soft voice, soft speaking. And now, I'm too tired to be energetic, so I'm just doing the soft speaking because that's... I drink wine? No. The only wine I have is dessert wine, and like, wine either gets me like happy drunk or tired. Just not what I want to be right now. I don't want to be tired drunk. So I feel like NMP Ranger has been going wrong. So typically they're one pit stop behind everyone else. So if they are done on pit stops, this is a very good strategy in a fine position. But I have a feeling they still need to do one. So we'll keep an eye on that. Let's have a look at MT Hammer. He's quite... No, look closer than that. Too ballistic. Not ballistic, bionic. Ballistic isn't here. It doesn't help that this music is all like, just chill vibes. Like, no. Get me jumping. It's not Eurobeats, it's just something. It's mostly video game music, to be honest. A lot of my favourite ones are from a specific franchise. That just has good music. Yep, so Darda has appeared now, and that means Wolf is in the lead. Very nice little gap. Ranger isn't pitted yet. Keep an eye on it. Like, I don't think Ranger might have just completely blindsided me with a pistol strategy and I didn't realise they're fighting for second place, but we'll see. As Photo Finish gets ahead of Darda as Darda exits the pits. Darda on cold tyres. You normally see this catch people out. For radio, no, Darda actually... Ooh, yep, Darda keeps within track limits. Almost loses it at the top of the hill, but keeps it together. Let's go over to Ranger. Hello, Ranger. Hello, Hammer. Well, not as close as it looked. Hammer getting quite a decent line there from over riding on a little bit of a cut. Oh no, everyone's cutting. It's really easy to cut. We go to Lecombs. Is it Lecombs or Lecombs? Or Lecombes? Lecombes. Lecombes. That's what it is, not Lecombes. It's Les Combes. So head through a corner whose name I have forgotten. I had it written down and I forgot Lecombe. Oh, okay. I mean, yeah, I should know that. I did take... That's French, right? It's French. I used to be good at French. And then I realised I didn't need to know it. So I just dumped it all out of my brain. Yep, so this is... closest battle we're really watching. The Ranger's still there, but I'm still expecting Ranger to pit. 9 minutes to do so. Again, Ranger might complete blindside for me as actually don't want to pit stop, so keep tabs on them. I reckon enemy Ranger has already done their pits. They've blindsided me and they're actually fighting for seconds, so we will keep an eye on that as we watch this isn't AWR. MRT Hammer. Closer to Bionic than they've been recently. Not really able to go for the overtake though. Not close enough, not yet. 8 minutes to go. About 3.5-ish laps. Go through the source. Multi Hammer just dropping off a little bit in those corners. Bionic just a bit better in that Bentley. Let's watch them through a Rouge up Radion. You could lose a lot of time here, you can gain a lot of time here. But MRT Hammer gets that absolutely right on the limit. Manages to keep their foot to the floor and keep it within limits. Very good by them. Doesn't help too much though. Trying not to wife it, I'm just getting quite tired. It's very easy to just zone out. Darda's closed in on photo finish a little bit there. Enemy Ranger does not seem to be close enough. Go for the move on Team of Georgia, and that's just a mistake by Bionic in the final 5-ish minutes. RT Hammer still trying to chase down Bionic. Touching the grass there. Watch these guys go for a Rouge. Don't see any spinning dots or stopped dots or very wide off the white line dots, but you know there's drama. No, it looks like they're all good. All good, all good. No drama? No drama. Whoa, 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 whoa. What? What happened to... No. Oh! Is that a DNF? That is a DNF by AWR Bionic. I looked up and all of a sudden, MRT Hammer was just all alone. So I'm like, what happened? Is there a crash? A DNF? A disc... like... whatever? No. Bionic has DC'd. Only a few minutes to go, 4 or 5 minutes to go. Very unfortunate time to DC, but they do DC and DNF. Very interesting dots over there. Let's watch AWR Darda. I swear I flick through the dots and sometimes they're like wildly off the circuit. Oh, unfortunately, it looks like AWR Darda will not finish on the lead lap. That's very unfortunate for them. It looked like they want to be able to do it for a while, but in the end it seems that is not the case. We're very split up field at the moment. Just over 2.5 minutes to go. Only lost one driver, and it was only a couple of minutes ago. That being ARC Bionic. Very unfortunate for them. The closest on track is Kiki and Phaser, who've been kind of like just watching each other for most of this stint. Two Porsches just hanging out, talking crap about all the other car makers. Should be more impactful if we weren't 9th and 10th. I'm joking, 9th and 10th would not be doing good. And days, what about distance? No, I think, yeah, Ranger looks to be getting 3rd place. I don't think they're going to be able to be close enough to go on a move on... I've forgotten names, TMS York. As we enter the final minute. LS Wolf is, will be, the lobby, no, not the lobby, the stint winner, getting 1st place from TMS York in 2nd. Who has NP Ranger trying to close down behind, but running out of time, only 30 seconds to go. Photo finishing 4th, being chased by AWR Darda, but again, not many, only 20 seconds. Bunta Knight has got 6th place. MRT Hammer 7th after ARC Bionic DC'd. SWR Obvious 8th after NWR 0. Face planted the pit entry tyre wall. OTR Phaser 9th. Kiki 10th, but that might change as the cars are about to stop any second now. There you go. Oh, I think someone got their timing a bit wrong, Darda. They might want to reverse a little bit. And that Phaser does end up ahead of Kiki. Matimus ahead of... no, behind Kiki. But ahead of NWR 0. Who drops off the back. Yeah, you might want to reverse, buddy. First behind photo finish.
No.
Really trying to